Yo! Welcome to another episode of Seffish Thoughts. I'm one of your hosts, Seth.
And I'm your other host, Fish.
Today, we've got a very special pod guest from one of the best podcasts that I know of. We got HB here.
Hello, everybody.
Not sure if you want to
The
share your real
vibe
name, so
completely changed,
the vibe
but
is completely different.
Whoa.
yeah.
Dude, tell us a
What's
little
up,
about
everybody?
yourself, dude.
Uh, so my name's Hunter. I do another podcast, and I mean we don't have to shout it out, but
No, we will.
Oh, yeah, shout it out.
it's called The Stew with Matt and Hunter, and my co-host is Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we talk about all kinds of crazy stuff, or whatever. But me and Seth and Fish here have been friends for a while. It's been a long time since I've seen him, but
Yeah.
I
Dude,
saw that I saw y'all had a podcast, and I was like, dude, I want to get on there. We can talk about some stuff. So here I
yeah.
am.
See, now we gotta get on yours. I think Fish comes up pretty soon from where he lives.
I
Yeah,
should
dude, for
be,
sure. That'd be
hopefully.
awesome.
Imagine that, just the four
Little
man.
collab.
Yeah,
Yep.
first Seth and Fisher face reveal on a different podcast.
Oh
That'd be
my
kind of
goodness.
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
People are gonna have to pay for that.
Yep.
Yeah, that is Patreon content right there.
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
got one actually. I'm gonna drop the link to
Yo.
to their podcast in the description and everything. So,
Yeah,
but
man.
yeah, dude. Do you guys have any like haters or anything on your pod?
Man, I don't know what it is, but there's this website you can go to when you have video podcasts where you can put your link to your YouTube channel or your video on there, and it makes clips for you.
Ooh.
So it's like AI generated. Well, I do that, and I'll post it on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or anything. And yeah, dude, there's always people hating.
What do they
And
say? Like, what are they hitting on?
so there was one guy. So Matt and I like hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously on
Yo.
my podcast, I'm going to talk about hip hop a little bit. And
Naturally.
so we were talking about Lil Yachty, something about him, and we posted the little short, and one of the comments was like, "You're white, act like it."
Bro.
It's so
Okay.
yeah. So I'm like sitting there, I'm like, dude, you're grown, act like it. That was my comment.
Did you actually reply that?
Yeah, dude, I had to stop because
No,
you start commenting back, you never stop, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
you can't do too much. I feel like that's a really good like one-liner to just like shut that down real fast.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Dude, Fish is a professional hater, like Kendrick Lamar level. He is always on Facebook in the comments or Reddit, dude, getting banned
Oh,
all the time.
No, actually, yeah, I got banned from Reddit over 2 years ago because I was hating too much.
Not
I
even
heard.
just banned, dude. Just completely like IP banned, like his whole internet. He can never make a new account on that.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's
think you
like
were.
tied.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
it's like
Go ahead.
tied to my phone and like my devices even because I've been on like friends' internet in Oklahoma, and I tried making a new account and it still got banned within like
That
24
is
hours.
insane,
It's
dude.
like, okay,
I love that.
I was a big hater on Reddit, but now like Reddit really hates me apparently.
Yeah, man, that's awesome though. You get on Reddit and you just go on these communities and talk shit or
Dude, it's
what?
always
Dude,
the
have you
British communities.
no, oh, it's way more than just like anyone that's been on Reddit, most of them deserve to be hated on, let's be
Oh
honest.
yeah, 100%.
Me included. I'm not excluding myself from that, but
Right.
That's a good
Man,
point.
I like Reddit, man. It's funny.
it's
It's a
something.
crazy place.
Dude,
That's a good way to put it.
yeah, one thing
It's
about it is like you misspell one word and you're in some dark place, dude.
oh man. Speaking of that, so another hate comment is I posted a clip my cousin subbed in last weekend on mine, and we were talking about something, and some guy was like, he put a gif of this talk show host going boring. And
Yeah.
anyway, he commented back something else, and he spelled something wrong. So I attacked him for that. So
Oh, so you instantly win once someone misspells something, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That's how internet arguments work. It's like if you're
But
arguing with someone in real life and they stutter, you instantly win.
you have to, yeah, you instantly have to go harder. And yeah,
Yeah.
they lost.
I don't know. Do you guys remember the Friday the 13th video game?
I do not.
I do not.
So it was basically like you and 7 friends. I think 8 people altogether. There was one person that played Jason, and then everybody else in proximity chat, like, tried to survive or escape the place, and Jason was trying to get everybody right. So we
Right.
were playing, and we were waiting on one of our friends to join, and we were all roasting each other, just having fun. And as soon as he joins, he says something and stutters, and everybody
Oh,
turns on him, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody turned on him, and then he left the party, didn't get on all night.
Yeah,
oh,
if you're roasting somebody, you have to come correct.
Yeah.
oh, Seth, that reminds me of Skillet.
Oh
Do you
man.
remember?
Yeah, I remember Skillet.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a story for another time.
all right.
That's probably the most awkward moment. Just like too long didn't read. Like, uh,
Yeah, that was the worst, like the worst secondhand cringe I have ever
yeah.
experienced in my life.
Basically, this guy was being really. He was saying some crazy stuff in our Discord call. Then he left and joined back like quicker than the sound makes, like where you can tell someone joined. So he was in the call, but no one knew, and there was like 3 people just going off roasting him, and he was like, "Guys, you know I'm still here, right?"
Just dead silence, and then he leaves the call, and
Hell yeah.
he has never joined our Discord since then.
Good. He learned his lesson.
Yeah.
But
So, dude, like,
Oh,
Hunter, we're talking about movies today, bro. And like some of my fondest memories, honestly, of like being a child, like with movies, was like watching movies at your house.
yeah, so I actually have a funny story. So I don't know,
Hmm.
Seth, if you remember the movies we would watch, but my PS2 could only play certain movies because it was
Hmm.
like burnt into the disc. So it was like Kung Fu Panda every night,
Yes.
and it
goaded.
was man, I'm trying to remember Cars. Like yeah, it was just like little movies like that. But yeah,
Dude.
man.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I would wake up in the middle of the night and it would be like on the main screen of Kung Fu Panda, dude, like where you press play
Yeah.
and it's just like the loudest the loudest screen ever.
Isn't that the worst when you fall asleep? Like back then, you had main menus.
Hmm.
So
And
you'd
the
fall asleep and they were so loud, dude.
always.
Do you think
Yeah,
they do that on purpose?
I
maybe.
don't
I
I
mean,
don't
can
know
they
what.
tell like how much you play a movie when you have the disc?
Well, not back
Well,
then they couldn't. The internet like couldn't do
right.
that yet. I bet
Right.
now, maybe now they could though.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's like shout out Ethan, but like waking up at his house and there's like the weirdest YouTube video ever
Yeah,
playing when
that
you wake up.
happens.
But dude, one I remember. So I think that we should just start off with like what our favorite movies are because I don't want to spoil what Hunter's like. Maybe I know what Hunter's is like from this time period at least. But I'll go first. Like
Okay.
my
Ooh,
favorite
okay.
movie of all time, dude. And I don't even I've done a lot of thinking, and it wasn't like just the best superhero movie of all time. I think it was just the best movie of all time is Spider-Man 2.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Which
Is that a hot
wh-
take?
which
I gotta.
Spider-Man 2?
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2, obviously.
I knew that. I was clarifying for the listeners, but
Yeah, dude. Like that whole movie, just
That is
excellent.
a great movie.
Like,
it it's good.
And you kind of look like him.
That's
yeah,
true.
dude.
That's
You
true.
kind of do, right?
Everybody
Wait,
called me
am I thinking?
Spidey.
Am I thinking of the right guy? Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Yep.
Skinny white nerd boy.
Yep.
that's funny
Yeah.
coming from you.
I'm a chubby white nerd boy. There's a difference.
Yeah, true. But yeah, like, let me think of like a childhood movie though. I mean, like animated wise, there's like so
Okay,
many, dude.
that was one of my questions. I was gonna ask is what is the first movie that you remember seeing in theaters?
Oh,
Man.
Because for me, it's a strangely distinct memory. It was The Incredibles in what was that 2003 or 2004 maybe,
hmm.
and I was with my aunt Pam, who I haven't even seen her in like over a decade now. But I just remember her taking me out to go see The Incredibles whenever I was like 4 years old, and it was a great movie.
Dude, I'm
Man,
trying to think.
I can't even remember. I mean, I loved Kung Fu Panda for whatever reason. I think it was just because it was ingrained into my
Oh,
mind.
dude, Jack Black is like goated.
Yeah.
So Nacho
Oh,
Libre.
Mm,
yeah.
it's a good
If
movie,
we're
dude.
talking childhood movies, I have to go just as far as childhood movies. Top movie is uh definitely Cars. I like that movie so much. I
Ours
don't
is
know
really
why.
good.
Dude, I'm trying to remember. I saw this is like the farthest back. I know that I went on like a field trip in like kindergarten to see one, but I can't remember what movie that is. So I'm gonna. I think I saw Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith.
Bro, there's no way you went on a field trip to watch Star
No,
Wars
it
in
was that
Yeah.
kindergarten.
wasn't on the field trip. That was just like the
Oh,
first one I remember that's not like but like I just remember like when General Grievous like pulled out four of the lightsabers, dude, and started spinning them. Everybody went crazy, dude.
I
whenever you,
can't remember the
yeah.
first one I ever went to.
Now,
No.
Hunter, let me ask you this, dude.
All right.
How is your favorite movie of all time not Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Oh man, that's up there, dude. See, that's what's hard is I
That's a
always
good
forget.
one.
Yeah. That
That's a great movie.
whenever your friend like reminds you of something that you forgot about, it's always so funny.
Dude,
I knew that you were gonna say that, but Kung Fu Panda is
one
also like I know.
one thing about you, Seth, is somehow you have like a crazy memory bank in your head.
Dude, he really does. He pulls out like the weirdest like
He'll be like, "Hey,
fact.
you remember this Thursday we went and did this and saw
Yeah.
this?" I'm like, "Dude, that is crazy." But yes, I do remember that. Like,
I would have never recalled it by
uh,
myself, but I do remember that
Mhm.
now that you mention
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Dude, but I don't remember some stuff that like happened yesterday, but I can remember like, years and
Yeah.
years back
You
on this
you can
certain day.
yeah. You can remember like some random Thursday afternoon in 2012 where
Yeah.
something mildly funny happened that no one else remembers.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we did a lot of that kind of stuff though.
There was
I mean, my
yeah.
like the one I can just like spit off right now is like we were at Hunter's dad's house and we ended up ghost hunting and we were using that little
Yep.
ghost radar app that shows the little pings and
Yeah, and it has words in it, and
yeah.
we were walking to a camper, and because we were gonna stay the night in this camper and ghost hunt, and we walked around the front and it said chains, and we went back outside, and sure enough, there were chains laying on the ground. So it's kind of
Ooh.
spooky.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hunter, we did that same app at Tucker's house. I think were you there whenever he broke his iPod?
Dude, I can't remember, but that sounds like something
Okay. No,
that sounds like something I'd be there for.
I know Chris was there and we were like out in his shop doing the ghost hunting app. And I don't even remember what was said, but it was something spooky and we all like freaked out and started running back towards the house
Yeah.
and then Tucker dropped his iPod like on the concrete and it shattered and then he got like really mad at all of us and we were like, "Dude,
Dude,
that's on
Dude,
you."
yeah, we didn't know that there was something spooky in your barn.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that one
Yeah.
has I know what moment you're talking about and that has like one of the best like electronic voice like
Yeah.
recordings ever because it was
Yeah.
like whenever you guys started running, you just hear a little girl go, "Ducker."
Oh gosh,
Oh, is that
dude.
what it was?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I was there because I remember that.
I thought you were. I thought it was you and Chris both were out there.
I
Yeah.
can remember something scary about his name being said.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
good times at Tucker's house. Shout out
man,
Tucker.
Shout out Tucker, dude.
shout out Tuck, man. I haven't seen him in forever.
Man,
But
he looks like he could star in like a West Virginia movie now.
yeah, I
That
follow him on Instagram.
um, Dude, all right, so I got this 50 of the film's hottest movie takes or something like that. And I'm just going to read a few. I'm just going to pick some random ones and we'll see. What?
all
Okay.
right.
All right, here's
This
the
sounds
first
good to
one.
me.
Are you guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Far From Home is the best possible remake of the Lizzie McGuire movie.
What?
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
I've never watched Lizzie McGuire, so I can't really give an
Yeah,
opinion on that.
I like have a faint memory of it, but I honestly whoever made that makes no sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
Filmmakers should never, ever, under any circumstance, listen to what the fans want.
Um,
It depends.
I I disagree with that, but I don't completely disagree with it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, because in
Like,
order for a director or whatever to be creative, they kind of got to do their own thing.
true.
yeah, they got to follow their own vision,
Yeah.
but at the same time, depending on like what kind of movie it is, a little bit of fan service could go a long way.
Hmm. Yeah. So here's one that's like, this one's been like brought up and talked about a lot recently, I think. Um, this says, "Dear youths, movie sex scenes are awesome, and you will understand this one day."
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays in movies, that's like, it's getting less and less. You can tell
Okay,
because it's like never needed, right? It's just kind
the
of weird and forced.
the only sex scene in a movie that is worth watching is the sex scene in The Room. I don't
I've
know if
never seen
y'all.
that.
It is the worst movie of all time, and the sex scene is absolutely horrible. Like he is very clearly like humping the girl's belly button.
Oh,
Oh
Like
gosh.
yeah,
because
man.
it's already such a bad movie, the sex scene like makes it even like that much worse and that much funnier. That's the only one worth watching.
I will say though, it's kind of being somebody that videos a podcast, it's weird thinking when you watch a movie, it's weird thinking about like the behind the scenes of that going on.
Yeah.
Like imagine all
Ooh.
the people behind the camera when when they're doing that.
Yeah, but imagine them like I've heard that
Oh
sometimes
yeah.
I've heard that sometimes it's real, but I've also heard that sometimes they have like guards and stuff.
Yeah. Man, I
I
don't know
would
how
have.
that works.
I don't really know if I want to think about it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, next question.
Yeah, let's move
Let's
on from
see.
that.
I'll do one more and then you can take over, Fish. Let me find something here. Um Talladega Nights is Adam McKay at the peak of his powers, and his Oscar movies are nonsense.
Wait, is that the
Is that the
curly-headed guy?
I think
yeah,
so,
who
yeah.
who Adam he's the screenwriter, producer, and director. Oh.
Okay.
I had to Google it real quick.
Okay,
What
so
other
I would
movies does he do?
oh, let me actually pull that up. I
yeah.
Googled his name to find out what he is, and then I exited immediately. Adam McKay.
We got one more though.
I
Let
will say Talladega Nights is, in my opinion, at least a top 10 movie. I
That's
don't
a
yeah,
know if I
great movie.
it's
don't know if
good.
I'll say top 5, but okay, he also did The Big Short. I haven't seen that one. Uh, Don't Look Up, which was just a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Step Brothers,
Oh
The
man,
Other Guys, Anchorman, and Anchorman 2.
dude, I don't know. Step Brothers
See,
is pretty
I
good.
I have a very hot
Oh,
take, dude. I think that Step
ooh,
Brothers is better than Talladega Nights.
No, I agree.
ooh. I
Yeah.
disagree, but I also like NASCAR. I don't know.
Yeah, well there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chubby white nerd. There we go.
Oh.
Here we'll
No,
do one more because
Step Brother. Yeah,
that
Step
one,
Brothers is great though. Don't
yeah,
get me wrong.
that one was kind of like, we had to know more information. But Home Alone is one of the most annoying movies ever made.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. I can see why
Yo,
people would say that.
I don't really like it. I have a hot take to go off of that though. Home Alone is not a Christmas movie.
I was about to say the Die Hard thing, but I think that I would only watch Home Alone during Christmas.
Yeah.
The like Home Alone, it's not a Christmas movie though because the family could be going on literally any vacation and the story would be exactly the same.
Yeah,
Like
that's true. Man,
I
I
don't
just don't
think
really like that movie. Like it's something
it's
that I just don't really want to ever like I don't ever get the urge to watch Home Alone.
yeah, right. Like I watched it once and I was like, all right, that was fun, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. If it's on like during the holidays, I'll like keep it on. But
It's good background movie, yeah.
yeah, that's mostly like what it is. Like if we have a dinner or something, have friends over and wanted to have something on, it would just be like that playing or something like Elf or something.
Ooh. All right, so you said I'll take over now, and
Yeah, go
since we're
ahead.
on this topic and it's related, what's y'all's favorite, I would say Christmas movie or like holiday themed movie? And don't say Die
Hmm.
Hard because Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
So it doesn't have to be Christmas.
Doesn't have to be Christmas, yeah.
Oh, Lee, man, I don't know.
Wait,
Uh,
so what do you mean? If it's not like it's a Christmas movie, but it doesn't have to be like
No, no,
Christmas?
like Christmas preferably, but like if it's like a Halloween movie or something, that'd be fine too.
I got you, like a holiday type movie then.
did
Yeah, just
y'all
like
ever see
any
Hubie
holiday.
Halloween?
Yeah, dude.
I did
That's not a bad
not.
movie.
Dude,
That's not a bad movie.
it was way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, but man, that's definitely not my favorite. It's hard to tell. It's hard to think.
Man, I like A Christmas Carol, like the animated one,
Ooh, I
Oh
don't know if I've
yeah.
seen the animated one.
and then Polar Express is up there.
Ooh.
Dude, Polar Express weirds me out.
Really?
What? Oh, like the animation of like the
Just the
faces.
animation, yes, dude.
I've
It gets me.
I've seen clips of it and I kind of agree.
Yeah, I can.
It's a good movie. It's just it's kind of it just creeps me out. Oh, and then
They
there's that one shot of an elf walking by with no legs.
Yeah, the elves are weird, dude, in that
Yeah.
movie. What
But
about
right.
it's
you,
good.
Fish?
So this is extremely old school, but honestly, my favorite holiday movie is It's a Wonderful Life, like the original one, from like the
Yes.
50s or whatever.
Yes.
I had actually never seen it until this last Christmas, and dude, it made me like rethink my life a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's a good movie. It can be a little slow at times and like honestly the acting's kind of horrible, but have
Yeah, I
y'all ever watched
was.
old movies? Like most of the acting from like way back in the day is pretty bad actually.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
horrible.
And they were like on top of the world back then. Like those
Yeah,
were the people to be. But yeah, I
yeah.
just watched it this last Christmas as well for the first time, and I was like, dude, it was emotional.
It is, yeah. I don't think I cried, but I definitely
Which one is it?
It's a Wonderful Life. George Bailey, the one where uh like he wants to kill himself or whatever,
Oh
and
man.
so the ghost like rescues him and like shows him like how much worse everyone's life would be if he never existed.
Man, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Dude,
That sounds
it
touching.
it is really good actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I will say though, as far as Christmas movies, there's this animated Rudolph movie from when I was a
Oh
kid
yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
is awesome. Like it's I think it might be claymation.
Yeah, dude, the claymation
Yeah,
movies are classics.
Yeah.
that's a good one. I
Yeah.
think it wasn't that one. It was the Frosty the Snowman movie, I think. Whenever I was like 5 years old, I
Oh
would
yeah.
literally just watch it on repeat, like hours on end, and it annoyed my parents so badly.
Dude, there's just something about the feeling of those movies too now that's like so nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Makes you want to go back.
Ooh,
So let me ask you guys a question real quick.
go for it.
Did you ever see the Oppenheimer movie?
No.
I I actually didn't, but it's been on my list.
Yeah, same.
Don't do it unless you have like 3.5 hours to spare.
Dude, that's why I haven't ever watched it before.
Yeah, it's crazy. They spend a lot of time talking.
Yeah. Is it a good movie though?
It's a good movie. Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, you
Did
watch a lot of movies though, don't you, Hunter?
yeah, I do. I try to.
What would you say is like, since you've been alive, like what's like the worst movie you've ever seen?
Worst movie I've ever seen?
Yeah.
Uh,
Or like maybe not even seen, you just know it's horrible, I guess.
man, I don't know. That's hard to
I
tell.
I know that's why I don't like talking about movies because people ask like what's the best or the worst, and I'm like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of good movies and I've seen a lot of really bad movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there's a couple that I can name off. Like I'm not going to say what's the worst, but like recently it could be anything that's like a kids movie remade into like an adult slasher,
Yeah.
like
I will
blood
say
Oh,
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Fisher,
The
you said something earlier about the Don't Look Up movie, or maybe it was you, Seth.
that was me. Yeah, that
I
was one
didn't
of the.
like that movie.
I did, dude. I watched an hour of it, and I was like, "This is
And I
what is
think a
this?"
lot of it is, honestly, I think a lot of it is the Netflix movies just aren't that good most of the
That
time.
is
That's
so true.
very
Ooh,
true.
I gotta look up a list of Netflix movies and see if I
Yeah.
actually like any of them now.
Some of them are like decent, but I just think they're, I don't
Dude,
know,
okay, like I love Adam Sandler.
100%.
I don't like his Netflix movies though. All of his
Oh,
Netflix movies are like I don't
yeah.
something something's
I
just
do
off
have,
about them.
sorry, I do have the worst movie of the year now that I
Ooh,
think about it. And I love Adam Sandler, but he's in it.
ooh.
And I can't remember what it's called. Let me look it up real quick.
All right.
While you're doing that, I've
Ooh.
got so Fish. You've been watching Dragon Ball Z lately,
Yeah.
so I think like, have you ever seen Dragon Ball Evolution?
No, I don't. I've never even heard of that actually.
Watch like a clip or something of it sometime. That movie, the guy that plays Goku in the movie, apologized for it being so bad.
Oh
Dang, that's
no.
crazy.
That's wild, yeah.
Yeah.
But I found the movie. It's called Spaceman.
Spaceman?
Baseman?
Yeah, it's a Netflix Adam Sandler movie. It's horrible.
Oh,
What's
dude, that
like
doesn't surprise me.
what makes
Dude,
it
what's
So
so
your
bad?
so what it's about is I can't the thing is you can't tell if it's I really don't know. It's like a Czechoslovakian movie.
Hmm.
And and
Oh,
Adam Sandler goes up to space. I forget what he's doing, but basically he meets a spider up there. And
sure.
him and this spider become like friends and then I'm not going to spoil the movie, but you guys need to check that out. It's horrible.
Dude, it sounds like the beginning to a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's him and this big old spider just walking around a spaceship, and I can't ever tell if the spider's real or not in the
Ooh,
whole movie.
that is odd. All
Like if
right,
it's
so
his imagination or what. Go ahead. Sorry.
I found a Netflix movie that I know was like really hated, but I actually enjoyed it. Bright in 2017, the movie with Will Smith and who else was in it? Really, it's just Will Smith is the only famous one, it looks like. And he was like a cop in the future, but there's like elves and orcs or whatever.
Uh,
Of course you like that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, chubby white nerd, right? But
dude,
like, I'm not gonna say it was a good movie, but
but you enjoyed it.
it was fun and enjoyable. Yeah. I
Yeah.
also haven't ever rewatched it, but
Yeah. That's how you can tell if you really like a movie or not.
Yeah.
is yeah, you want to go back and rewatch it.
Yep.
I've got another question. I'll go to you first, Fish, with this one.
Oh no.
What's a movie that like you just like love so much, but like usually when you talk about it, no one's ever heard of it?
Ooh.
I've been waiting on this question.
The closest that I could come to that is The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is
Yeah.
a Jim Carrey movie.
Never heard of it.
Um
Never
yeah,
heard of
from
it.
like 2004. Dude, that movie actually changed my life. I don't really want to get into it. Actually, no, I'm going to get into it a little bit. I could talk about this movie all day. So basically, this guy he has a bad breakup, and so he goes to this company that like can wipe your memory or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole movie is talking about or showing the process of like his memory being wiped, and it's like from the inside of his head, and he's going over like everything that he ever did with this girl and stuff.
Man.
Dang.
And I watched it at the recommendation of a friend after I had a breakup, and like it
It
actually,
talked to you.
dude, it helped me heal. And like it's a weird movie to be my comfort movie, but like if I'm ever like feeling a little down, I just go watch that, and it makes me feel really good again.
Well, there you go. That's what movies are made for, honestly.
Yeah.
Dude, they're powerful if they're right?
When they speak
Yep,
to you like that, dude, it's insane.
it
Yeah.
is.
All
All
right,
right.
Hunter, you go ahead.
All
Yeah.
right, I hope y'all have seen this movie, but a lot of people haven't. Okay, 1917.
Yes, dude.
Ooh, I don't think I have.
You haven't
That
seen that,
is
dude?
that Seth Fish. That is my favorite movie.
Ever?
Number one. Okay, I like to split it up. So like as a kid, I have my movies, but as an adult, 1917 is my favorite movie ever.
And not many people have seen it. I don't
No,
think. Like
I don't think
I
so.
have it on. I have it on DVD. I think.
I have it on my PlayStation. Like I bought it.
Yeah.
But-
Fish
So
would hate it.
really? Oh
Nah.
yeah, you would.
What?
It's about two British soldiers that like they have to deliver a message through like they have to go through no man's land in World War
Yeah.
One, and they have to go save this squad from being uh like ambushed. And one of the brothers or one of the main characters' brothers is in that squad that they try to save. And dude,
Ooh.
it's a great movie, but the biggest thing about it is it's all one continuous shot.
I was about to say, wasn't
What?
that? Yeah, that's. I thought I heard that about it. Is that it was recorded like in one take or something insane?
Yeah, the camera follows him the whole time.
Dude, that's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah,
Fish,
that's
you
what I
would
love
actually
about
like the movie, I think.
it. Dude, you need to watch it. Just give it a shot. It's the
No,
coolest thing. Just from if you appreciate movies even a little bit, like watching this camera work is incredible.
dude, I'm sure that I would. Okay, one of my favorite movies of all time is *Inglorious Bastards*, which, granted, not quite like a war movie, but I also love *Saving Private Ryan* and
Yeah.
Yes.
*Hacksaw Ridge* also.
Yep.
So, Seth, why did you say I wouldn't like it?
British people.
Okay, valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
making a meme. Yeah,
One of them
dude.
dies in it, so you might like it.
Ooh,
Yeah, dude.
hey, let's go.
I've got like I've got like a collection going of war movies. I've got like We Were Soldiers, 1917, American Sniper, Saving Private
Yep.
Ryan. Like, dude,
Oh,
What about All Quiet on the Western Front? Have y'all seen that?
I've
no,
not
but
seen
I've
that
heard that
one.
one's really good, dude.
It's good. It'll make you cry, man.
Yeah. All
It
right.
will.
So
Bro, have y'all seen *Platoon*?
Uh-uh.
no,
It
that
it
one's
it
the
it,
one
it
with
it has Charlie Sheen in it,
yeah.
and
Really?
it's about the Vietnam War. I watched it with my dad like last year. It's good. It's
Really?
really good,
Yeah, I've
actually.
heard that
Yeah.
one. My like movie that no one ever knows, and I think I've told you to watch it a couple times, Fish, would be Rounders with
I was about to say the poker movie. Yeah.
yeah, Matt Damon and Edward Norton. Dude,
Oh, I think I've seen that.
dude, it's so good. It's just about a guy, he takes his shot to make a whole bunch
Yep,
of
I've
money
seen that.
and then he loses and then has to go through a whole thing. He's like working as a
Yeah.
law student and loses his girlfriend. His best friend comes out, it's just nothing but trouble. Dude, it's good.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's a good movie. I was trying to think of what that movie was called, like probably a couple months ago. And there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Rounders.
Dude, Matt
Rounders.
Matt Damon is such a good actor.
He
Yeah.
really is.
Fish, I've had this
Mm.
question for you, and I keep
I'm s-
forgetting to ask you, but now that we're talking about movies, like it's been on my mind. What
I'm
is that
terrified.
what is that movie we watched at your house, dude? Where it's like a dystopian future where people are like drinking this they were drinking something, right, the whole time and it was like the fuel of
Okay.
their existence.
This does
Oh,
not sound familiar
And yeah, dude,
whatsoever.
it was like this one guy goes into the future or whatever and everybody's like crazy about this drink.
The only movie that kind of rings a bell about is *Idiocracy*
That's
and
it.
*Brondo* because it's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
Yeah, that's the movie I'm talking
Is that
about, dude.
it? Oh, okay. Have
I've
you
never
have
even heard of that.
dude? *Idiocracy* is
It's
hilarious.
like
It's
one
made
of the worst best movies I've seen.
yeah. It's made by the same guy that makes *King of the Hill*.
Oh, okay.
Mike Judge, I think. And it's basically just about how like 500 years from now, because of like our technology and stuff, like evolution started working in reverse or whatever, and so
Oh
instead of
shit.
like getting smarter, everyone got really stupid.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Like
good.
You guys ever seen Interstellar?
Interstellar
That's
is
one that I've wanted to
awesome.
watch. I wanted to watch so bad just because I've heard the like
You have to watch it.
the music from it, dude. It gets you hyped up.
Dude,
Dude,
I know.
just the scene where they get to that planet and they think it's a mountain and it's not a mountain.
Oh
It's
my god.
water.
See, dude, I need to rewatch it because I think I watched it like around the time it came out, but also I was, 18 or whatever, and
Right.
I know that I'd catch a lot more this time.
Yeah,
It's a good movie. It's a weird movie,
I
but
need
it's
to
good.
watch that one for sure.
Makes your
Um,
mind kind of think.
so do you guys like? So here's a question that's kind of relative to the times now. Like, do you guys go to the movie theater a lot anymore to watch movies, or do you mostly do it at your house? You can go first,
Almost.
Hunter.
Uh, uh, I've been a couple times this year. It's something me and my fiance like to do. And the last one we went to see because we're huge fans of the Planet of the Apes,
Dude, yes.
and not the old ones, but like the one that was filmed in 2011.
Mhm.
Yeah.
From then on out. But we went and saw the last one at the movie theaters, and dude, it's kind of bittersweet because it's all expensive. It kind of honestly sucks going to the movie theater,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
it's still like it's just kind of nostalgic at this point to
I
go.
was I was about to say like at this point going to the movies is like weirdly nostalgic because after COVID with like them shutting down
Yeah,
entirely for like 2 years.
yep.
Yeah. Dude,
And a lot of them aren't doing very well.
No.
no.
Dude,
Oh,
I heard this like Memorial Day weekend with what was Fall Guy and Mad Max Furiosa, and they're both predicted to lose like $100 million or something for the
oh.
studios because they're doing so bad. It was like the worst Memorial Day weekend for movies like since like the 80s or something crazy.
I believe it, man.
I I
Yeah.
I I don't doubt it because I'll just go ahead and answer your question, Seth. I went to the movies this past weekend to watch Inside Out 2, and that is the first time I've been to the movies since last July. And I went one other time last June. So I've been to the movies a total of 3 times in the past year about.
Yeah, same probably.
Mhm. I love going to the movies, but the last time I went was the Miles Morales movie last year, the animated
Man,
one.
Ooh.
I think so. Here's my kind of opinion is if the movie's gonna be loud and a lot of graphics and all that stuff, I kind of like going to the movie theaters because then you get the whole
Yeah.
experience.
Oh, dude. Okay, I got my next question after that, but
Well, the one we went before Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, we went and saw Napoleon.
how was
Ooh.
that?
It I liked it. It was a good movie. It was kind of Joaquin Phoenix is just so good though. So
Dude,
Yeah.
Joker, yeah, no, he's
the
he's
Joker
awesome.
movies are crazy. And speaking of that, real
Hmm.
quick, did y'all see that there's a new Joker coming out with Lady Gaga
Yeah.
as
I
like his
did,
lover?
yeah.
Now, and I just can't see him making a bad movie. So, like,
No.
I'm very excited for that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Napoleon's good though. That Napoleon and the Planet of the Apes is the last two I went to the movie theaters for, and
All right.
it was all right.
All right.
Yep.
So on that subject, what is the best movie experience that y'all have ever
Oh,
had in a theater? I'll give y'all some time to think about it.
Oh, I got one,
I
dude.
got mine too,
Oh,
yeah.
y'all okay, y'all are both ready? All right, go.
Go
Let's
ahead,
start from the
Seth.
top.
Go ahead,
Go
Seth.
ahead, Seth. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I mean, it's like so close for me, but obviously seeing Tobey Maguire back on the big screen with No Way Home and on the opening day, like
That
with Fish right beside me, like
after I drove up 500 miles from Texas.
yeah, we went on opening day, dude. That felt like it was 20, and it was like 20 plus years in the making, and then, dude, that movie was just insane.
That was surreal.
But I also saw Spider-Man 3 on the midnight release, so that was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, that's
Ooh.
cool. That's cool
Uh,
catching it before anybody else does.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what about you, Hunter?
So the craziest movie experience I've had at the theater would have to be Jackass Forever.
Oh, oh,
Dude, I went and saw it with a couple buddies, and we uh we happened to get a little some brews in us before we
yeah, of
went.
course.
And dude, it was the funniest thing. The whole crowd's laughing, everybody's joking around, going ew, oh, ah, like it
I
was
could
cool.
I could see that being a really good
Dude,
experience.
there's
It was
nothing
cool.
better than when the crowd is into it.
Yeah.
All right, total opposite to that, Hunter. My most like insane movie experience was actually seeing Uncut Gems, the in theaters, the Adam
Oh,
Sandler movie.
really?
Have y'all seen it?
No,
Let
dude.
me let me look it up. I don't know. I don't think
I don't
so.
think I have.
Okay, so long story short, it's a very serious Adam Sandler movie where it's a thriller. It's not a comedy really at all. But for about the 75% of the movie, it's just like nonstop tension
Oh
and
yeah.
like the camera work and everything and the music. Like I I I was also a little bit hungover whenever I saw it, which probably made it worse. Like, dude, I have never sweat that much in my life in a in a 60-degree movie theater.
Oh
Like,
my gosh, dude.
it was such a memorable experience. Seriously, go watch Uncut Gems if you can. Like,
All
it,
right.
it it's probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie, and it's not like a typical Adam Sandler movie whatsoever.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever watch his movies with Jennifer Aniston, the murder mysteries
Yeah, dude, I
movies?
like those.
I
I
do too.
actually did not.
Those are
I like
pretty
those
good.
movies.
Those are a good like watch with your
Yeah.
spouse kind of thing too.
Yep.
But man, what comes really close though is like I was there in IMAX for the release day of Endgame too, like Avengers Endgame.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that
Oh
had to be
my
dude,
pretty cool.
gosh, dude. And it was so hard to avoid spoilers all day. And then
Yeah.
like it was like 7 p.m. and like everybody's posting about it. I was off my phone all day long, dude. And it
dude,
just like the
I
crowd reactions were insane.
I skipped classes to go see it at like 10 a.m. that morning because I didn't want to get spoiled.
Dude, I actually have a funny story about Infinity War though. So
Let's hear it.
I was in AIT, right? Um
No
Advanced
one knows what
Individual
that is.
Training. It was basically like my job school at the army, combat medic school. And so I paid this dude $20, right, to take my fire guard shift so I could go watch Infinity War when it came out. And
You
so
gotta do what you gotta do.
dude, so
Yeah.
we go out, we go off base, so we get to the movie theater, we watch the movie. It's crazy. Like it was such a crazy movie, it left you shocked. I turn on my phone after the movie, dude. My phone's blowing up with people trying to get contact me,
Oh
saying,
no.
dude, saying I'm in trouble and stuff like that. And I was like, I started freaking out
Oh,
because like we had just got the patch to go off base pretty much. And
Yeah.
I was like, no, no way, I can't get in trouble like this and lose that. And dude, it turns out the dude didn't show up for his fire guard shift
Ah, so no
for
one
me,
was there to cover.
oh,
and the sergeant was looking for us. And we get back,
Dang.
so we get back right, and we go up and we're like, all right, we might as well just go up and find the sergeant. You know, just
yeah.
tell him like
Oh
it
no,
was us, like own up to it. Dude, he
yeah.
forgot what happened, and we ratted ourselves out.
Oh no, dude, I
But
hate when that happens.
like the thing is like he was a sergeant. He would like smoke us in a Mickey Mouse voice and he would get us so pumped, dude. But so I go back to my room and I go to this guy's room and I'm like, "Dude, what happened?" He was like, "Are you going to pay me?" And I was like,
No
"No, dude.
way.
I'm not paying you nothing. You weren't at the shift."
Yeah, you didn't do what I asked you to do for the
Bruh.
money.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I was so scared coming back. It was like a long 20 minutes back to the base.
Ooh. Dude, that's like the worst feeling whenever you know that you're in
Yeah.
trouble and you have to like drive back somewhere to
Yeah,
own
dude.
up to the trouble.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know someone's waiting on you.
I
Yeah.
still feel that way too. Like it's
Oh,
when you're about to get in trouble, like you know you did something. I mean, and
Yeah.
bro,
most
that
of the time it's like not even as bad, just like that time.
Yeah.
You just work yourself up. But
Oh, it's just that anxiety, dude.
yeah,
Oh, I got it bad, man.
yeah,
Anything, I'm thinking about it way too much.
Ooh.
yeah, dude. So that's 45 minutes right there,
I was about to
Nice,
say it
man.
seemed like it was about time.
dude. Hunter, you got anything else to tell us? Anything interesting
Uh,
happening with you?
Not really, man. I do have one more recommendation and a question for you guys.
Okay,
All right.
Have you guys ever seen Game of Thrones?
Yes.
I haven't.
Do you like it, Fish?
I loved it, and it's ruined for me forever because of the ending.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And they try to make another one with the House of Dragon, and it's
Dude,
just not good at all.
I don't even have the spirit to watch it because
Yeah, don't do it.
it it hurt me. The Game of Thrones hurt me so bad.
It's bad, man.
It's so bad.
But no, other than that, man, I like y'all's podcast. Thank you for having me on here, and keep doing what you're doing. This is
Dude,
awesome.
yeah. Thanks for coming
All
on,
right.
and shout out to the stew with Matt and Hunter. We'll leave a link in the description for it.
Yo, real quick before
Nice.
we leave, can I tell a funny story about not even really about Hunter, but
Yes,
all
Yeah,
right.
we
please,
love funny stories.
Yeah,
especially about me.
Hunter is only a few weeks older than me, right? And my parents, they lived in the same town as Hunter's parents back in, the old
Right,
days.
right.
And I was actually going to be named Hunter until Hunter was named Hunter.
Really, dude, that's
Yes,
crazy.
Oh
dude,
my
it's wild.
gosh.
That
And
is
then my
wild.
and then my parents were like, "Well, crap. We
We'll
can't
just
name
name him
him Hunter
Fisher.
now." Yeah, they're like, "What's some other outdoor activity?"
Oh, dude, what?
Dude,
No way.
that's honestly so cool.
Granted, it's my dad that told me that story, so who knows if it's actually
Yeah.
true. But
Dude,
like,
my bad. I took your name.
Dude, Hunter would have been named Fisher if you were just a
Yeah,
couple weeks
whoa,
probably.
earlier, dude.
Can
that's
you
wild.
imagine? That'd
That'd
be
be
that is crazy.
That's so
I didn't
funny.
know that.
Yeah, dude. All right, well, the last
I'll have
thing I
to
got is like, Hunter, you got to come
yeah,
back on again.
100%, dude. You guys need to come on our podcast. It'll be awesome.
We'll make it
uh,
happen.
But yeah, this is cool, man. We got to talk about movies and got
Heck
to
yeah.
hang out with you guys for a little bit. So
All right.
yeah,
Well,
good
I guess I'll
stuff.
see you guys next week.